All right, guys, time to read our Scholastic news magazine called Lincoln's Letters.
So we know it was President's Day on Monday, February 20th this year. And what we're going to do is read a fun magazine together. And then included in this, you will find a video of Lincoln's life.
Yep.
And maybe a game, too. Let's find out. So it says, Lincoln's Letters.
Abe Lincoln was our president more than 150 years ago. He worked hard to be a great, fair leader. One way he did it was to write hot letters. What does that even mean?
What does that even mean?
Does that mean they burn letters over the fire?
Letter? Interesting. So I'm going to open up the magazine here. Scoot this over. So, never sent, never even signed. When President Lincoln got angry, he would write letters, but he never mailed them. Why not?
When Abe Lincoln was president, our country was fighting the Civil War. Northern states and southern states fought each other. Lincoln and other leaders worked together to bring the states back together as one country.
It wasn't easy, though, and people got angry and they argued. Sometimes Lincoln got angry, too. I know I get angry sometimes.
You sure do.
And he had his own way to calm down. He would write notes or letters.
All right, so this is what a hot letter is. When Lincoln got angry, he wrote what was called a hot letter. It was a letter to the person he was angry with. When he was done, he didn't put the letter in the mail. He wrote, never sent, and never signed on it. Then he put the letter away. So that's what it is, because sometimes when people get angry, they get hot. And red. That's probably why it's called hot letter.
Writing the letter helped Lincoln kind of cool down. He got his feelings out without yelling at another person.
Throw it away! Lincoln taught other people about hot letters. He worked with a man called Edward Stanton. One day, Stanton was furious with an army general. He was so angry, he wanted to tell the general how he felt.
Lincoln suggested that Stanton write a hot letter first. Stanton thought it was good advice. He took his time and wrote out how he felt. When it was all done, he still wanted to mail the letter.
Lincoln had another idea. Throw the letter away. Stanton was shocked. It took me 2 days to write, he complained.
Yes. And it did you ever so much good, Lincoln said. You feel better now. That's all that was necessary. And that was all Stanton needed to do to feel better. Stanton agreed, and he threw the letter out. And he never yelled at that general.
Long ago letters. Years after Lincoln was president, people looked through his things. They found letters that said never sent, never signed.
You think they opened them?
Those were his hot letters. They kept him calm during a difficult time in our country's history. Today we remember Lincoln as one of our best presidents. So
this article was written by Blair Rainsfeld, or Ford. Writing with a feather. When Abe Lincoln was alive, computers and smartphones hadn't been invented yet. If you wanted to write a letter, you had to do it with a pen.
Yep, a quill. Back then, some people wrote with quill pens. Those are pens made of feathers. One of Lincoln's favorite quill pens was a goose feather. You could see it's a feather from possibly a goose.
And you dip it into the ink, and you'd have to scribble and then dip again, scribble, almost like you're painting.
It's like the first generation of painting.
Anyway, thanks for reading this magazine. On the next page, there will be a couple questions and maybe a game. Thanks now.
Crew W!